Well, you are in my new garage, and this thing is telling me it's rotated. So let's try. No, I still haven't gotten the swing of this. I hate it on this way, and it shouldn't be on this way. But anyway, it's not allowing me to change it, so there you go. What I'm doing is I went to Walmart to look for some stuff, and I was going to buy twigs that were pre-lit and had like fake little snow on there, and they're like $25. And I thought about it for a second because I brought a bunch of twigs up from Mississippi, and there happened to be something left over from a project that I was doing with a group of mine. So I'm going to show you how to save some money and to make the twigs look pretty, and then you can put them by your front door or even in your house and hang some stuff on them if you wanted. So I've got a tester that I've done, and I've already done the base coat of one of the big twigs, so we'll go over that. What you need for this project, which is my favorite stuff, is borax, some adhesive, a white spray paint, and some glitter. You have to have glitter because it picks up the light and lets it shine when it's going on there. So what I've got to do is I'm going to take this little tester twig, and I couldn't find my stand, so I'm very, very sorry. It's going to be a little primitive on the showing, but hopefully we can get it to where you can see it. Any questions, be sure to mark them in, but I'm not going to be seeing the phone for a little bit, so it might take me a little bit to get to you. So here we go. I'm going to put you down on my little stand, and you can kind of see, excuse my mess, we are in my garage, and I haven't gotten it set up yet. So here I got this little twig, and on this twig, I'm going to put some color on it, and I'm just going to spray it right into this pan. There's not a whole lot in here, but I'm just going to go, and this is a fast dry paint, which I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to let it dry. So now I've got it white. What I noticed is I used, on a good sized branch, like the one I have standing here, I used almost a full can of paint. I got the cheap paint. I'm sure if I got more expensive paint, it would have covered it better, but I didn't. I got the cheap paint. So here we go. It's still a little wet, but I don't care. So we want stuff to be stuck to it, which, you know, it being wet doesn't inhibit that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive. The adhesive, you wouldn't think it, but you do have to shake it before you use it. And I've already put some borax in this little cap that came off of the, I don't know where it came from. It's black. Well, it came from, oh yeah, it came from the adhesive. Oh. Anyway, so I'm going to spray the adhesive. This is a light bonding general performance adhesive that I use to actually glue my foam together when I make signs, which I might do a video on that too. Live if you guys want, just let me know. So I'm going to spray this very generously, basically, and we're going to spray it several times over. So we've got the borax, and it really depends on how thick you want it, on how many levels you do, or sections. So we got that. I'm going to let it air a little bit, which I didn't do that too much with the other one. So now I'm going to go ahead and spray it again. And I'm going to put some more down. It's kind of like, you know, when you're frying up something. You put some milk in it, and then you put it in the bread, or in the breadcrumbs, and then you put it in the egg, and then you put it in the breadcrumbs again. That's pretty much what you're doing. So as you can see, it's starting to build up pretty good, but I want it thicker than that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the bottom of this pan where I have the extra borax. That will clump the borax up, and I'll squish this on it to make it more voluminous, if, you know, for lack of a better word. Here we go. So I'm just going to spray down there. Got some nice little chunks. It actually looks like fresh snow. And now I'm just going to rub it through there, pick it up. Let's put some on here. put it on. I think on the test one, the finished one, I did like 3 different coats. So here we go. See how nice and chunky that is? Now this is going to be a little harder to do, say, on the big branches because you can't put them in the little pan. So what I'm going to do on the big branches is put some rubber gloves on and actually place it on when I want to get the chunkies. So now I got the chunkies. I'm going to spray it one more time. Well, first I better open up my glitter. So, and I got this here, which is cool. It's, you know, a holographic looking glitter that is got long lengths, not just the little ones that we're used to. So here we go. And now I'm going to put this on here. And you really don't need a whole lot. You would not believe how much I've done with that glitter, because I also made my Christmas ornaments. And there we go. You wrap a white or colored lights on that and have it twinkle, and it'll just bring up all that glitter. So these are the mini versions. And when I am done here, I'm going to do the big version. So the big version I have already painted white, and I'm going to go ahead and work little bits at a time. I am keeping in mind that snow falls from the sky, and where you have the connections of the branches, those are going to be more filled than the outer edges per se. So wherever these little sections are, I'm going to concentrate on trying to get more borax and glitter on it. Borax is really cheap, so you can get the borax for a couple bucks. I think it was like $5. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. And the adhesive, that was about $7, but I've used it for many different things and I'm still using it. The cheap paint that I got was $1.99. I got all that at Sutherland's. And the glitter pack, which came with 5 different colors. It came with the silver, green, blue, red, and purple. And that was like $2.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I used the 40% off coupon and got it even cheaper than that. So really you can have a whole thing done, all your Christmas done with just a little bit of money. And when I'm done with the branches here, I am going to take a board and cut a 1.5 foot square, and it will go center into that square, and that will be its stand. I may paint it, I may not. It just depends because it's just the bottom, and really people are going to be looking at the top. I'll probably paint it. And usually when I'm painting something that goes outside, I use Kills. And I make sure that I get the one that is resistant to water. It's a water base, but it is resistant to water. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was a water base. Correction, it's an oil base. But it keeps the water away. It keeps the project from disintegrating underneath your paint. I have used that on displays that we use for Christmas and for Halloween, and we've used them some as long as almost 20 years, 17, 16 years around there, and they're still good and they're still going strong. A couple times I had to brighten some of the paint up, or I changed the design because my artistic abilities have changed in time also, and I didn't like what I did originally, so I went ahead and redid it. But keep looking at, or keep coming back to this channel and see what's going on, because I have many things coming up. I just got myself that kiln right there, and thanks to a young lady who commissioned me to do some work for her, and it happened to be the same price, so I was able to do work for her and then take that money and get my kiln. And I've got about 200 pounds, maybe 150 pounds of clay, and I'll be doing some pinch pots and stuff like that. I also will be doing some tent work and building, you know, period tents that look kind of like from like the Middle Ages and stuff. But I'm going to try and keep it going. We have been a little sluggish on the stuff that we've put up. And with this new feature, I'm really liking the live, although I can't edit my language. So I'm trying to be careful because sometimes I sound like a sailor and we don't want that on here. So, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing some tapestries. And you may ask, what am I going to be doing the tapestries on? Well, I'm doing them on these cotton drop cloths that you can get pretty much anywhere. They are not expensive at all. And you can get them in a variety of different sizes. I go ahead and I still do the same thing. I treat it with Kills or with a masonry paint that repels mildew. It depends on what the application's for. And then I go ahead and paint the scenes. So that's going to be fun to do, and I will be putting that on here. Because I can't cut and speed up, you won't be able to see me finish this, but hopefully when I'm done, I will film the install, which is going to be in my front or on my front porch, and hopefully it turns out okay. So you guys have a great day. I'm going to get to it. I have a lot I got to do before Monday. So, you know, keep yourself safe. Enjoy the holiday. Remember, it's all about the feeling of family and joy and not necessarily fighting the crowds and buying a bunch of stuff. So love your family, love your friends, keep them close and tight. And until later, be sure to like my page or my YouTube channel and make some comments, give me some suggestions. If you would like to mail me through the snail mail, you can do that by writing to the Boho Granny at P.O. Box 24, Edwards, that's Ed with an S, Mississippi, MS 39066. You can also find me on Facebook, which is Facebook.com/Alissa, A-L-I-S-S-A, DeAmonti, D-E-A-M-O-N-T-I, and you will find a bunch of different stuff that I'm doing there. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I might not know the answer, but I may be able to find somebody who does. And just keep in touch because we're going to have some really cool things coming up. Until then, have a great day. Bye. Yes, I want to stop. Bye, people.